Greens have 1 and grade here for another couple euros 1 or 2 replays. On the north side as the Wehrmacht forces we have Rammstein Summer Tour 2024. On the south side as a red US we have a foreign name. And I forgot to turn on my macros. There we go. Perfect, now I can move around the camera with WSDF. Over here, Pioneers are now constructing sandbags in this sector. We do now have a Grenadier now being put on field. He has gone for a double Pioneer opener and has selected Luftwaffe supply doctrine. He may be eyeing for the supply drops for his MG42 as well as Pack 40. It does cost 375 manpower. It does also give a little bit of fuel and munitions. I forget the exact amount, like 25 and 10, if I remember correctly. 25 munitions, 10 fuel. Either way, both players now select doctrine. Of course, we do have the Luftwaffe supply doctrine versus the armor company. We do have some early assault grenadiers now deployed on the field. And do also got a US mortar being deployed out first as well. There's no MG42 on the field. Does go ahead and smoke it out. He saw he was capturing up. That's a common spot to units behind. So, very good smoke. Assault Engineers push 4, got 2 Grenadiers here. Very good pullback there. And now when the smoke starts subsiding, looks he did also queue up a barrage there. Yeah, it looks like there was smoke and they queued up a barrage afterwards. The barrage, that's the last round of the barrage. And he sort of walks into it, but taking damage against those Grenadiers is either a win or lose situation, not really in between. Brings us some medical supplies, maybe back at his home at the base sector. Pioneers now trying to pull out some sandbags there, getting overrun by these engineers. Grenadiers pushing forward. Assault engineers are behind some heavy cover there. Mortar maybe within not minimum range there. And the Pioneers do get forced on back. You've got some medical supplies there. Third squad of Grenadiers being put on the field. The medical supplies will of course stall out the deployment of any sort of LMGs. For sure, assault engineers being pulled on the field. He does get this cutoff sector decaptured, denying the munitions and the fuel sector. Very nice. And I just saw he consumed his munitions on something. Is it a flamethrower? Yep, flamethrower on one of the squads. This one right there. And the ancient Pioneers need to fall back. Probably get wiped on out. Chance he gets wiped on out. Got more assault engineers here. He does get wiped on out. Grenadiers now pushing forward. Losing a Pioneer squad is a loss. Not a huge loss, but is a loss. He does throw another Pioneer on the field for the deployment of various structures. All his units healed up, barring this guy here. We do 1 medical supplies. It does provide an AoE health buff. Up north, got the rear echelon, and now engaged some light cover there. Rear echelon takes some damage here. The rear echelon squad does fall back. Assault engineers making their advance now. Grenadiers will be forced on back. Flamethrower has been deployed on the field. And he doesn't lose any members there, so he should be able to heal them up. No problem. Some more medical supplies. 4th Grenadier now on the field. He sees the engineers. If he were to count them all, he sees a mortar and 4 engineers. So he's going to be counting out with additional Grenadier. Mortar is behind some heavy cover there, sort of. Assault engineers do close on in. Pioneers advance way forward. Pioneers can't really beat assault engineers at close range, or any range. And now the Pioneer squad does fall back. The Engineer squad is now Infantry 1, giving access to more durability in combat. Oh, bit of splintering fire there. Does soft retreat away. And overall, he's just getting overran by the assault engineers. He really probably should eye the LMG as soon as he can. We now have an ambulance point of view. This will of course give him access to some healing in between combat. Or when he shoots them back, a close range combat squads requires them to be at full health to be effective. More wire now being deployed in the field. Now I've got the ambulance moving around. Being pushed his way forward. That may be a missed rally. Maybe not. He needs to fall back to this ambulance. Yeah, I'm not sure where the ambulance is going. He's trying to go somewhere. Grenadiers now capture the central sector. Got the rear assault engineers taking some damage. Bit of burst there with the flamethrower, gain some decent damage. Grenadiers now push way forward, gain some shots there on the engineers. The healing will be interrupted if he puts some bullets into them. He does pack on up, get on out there, takes a couple bullets on the ambulance. Grenadiers heading to the center there. Flamethrower squad falling on back. We've got the Grenadiers capture this sector as well. Grenadiers are capturing some good amount of sectors. We do have pretty much half field control for both sides. We now got the officer to pull on field. We do now have all the VPs currently decaptured. Slight advantage for the US player, but that can easily change. The Luftwaffe officer does have diversion, smoke drop for free, inspiring aura, recon pass, as well as a strafing run. Officer advancing way forward. The officer is armed with MP40s. Takes some damage there, gets out heavy cover to avoid the extra bonus damage from being in heavy cover. Grenadiers now engaged as well. And now the officer's now falling back. Flamethrower advances way forward, gains some good AoE bonus damage on that heavy cover Grenadier. And overall, the Wehrmacht player is getting overran. His opponent may be successful to a 2-2 at the moment. He's not has any sort of AT on the field, so rushing out a 2-2 wouldn't be half bad. He does have battle phase 1. He may be eyeing for something a little bit heavier. Battle phase 2 costs 105 fuel. He's right now at 83. More smoke raining on in. Now got some LMGs being pulled in the field. Relying the medical supplies for healing. It's a good idea to not indefinitely rely on that. Does get expensive pretty quick. I think it's dropped in 2 sets of these, as it is the entire munitions required for a med bunker. So now he has, if you're running deficit, won't delay any more of those. Assault engineers push forward. He needs a focus fire. Looks, he is focus firing. Very nice. Pioneers drawing some fire there and open. They're spread apart and light cover, so not taking any bonus damage nor AoE damage. This Grenadier needs to fall back. This Assault Engineer needs to fall back. Pioneer does fall back there. Got Captain Quick Thompson now pulling a field. Yeah, maybe a good opportunity to try to go for a grenade, but it does fall back there. Now it's going for the supply drops there, which will give him extra resources. Going for airdrop medical supplies, you should really minimize this. It has a lot of boxes coming on in there. These units all getting healed on up quite nicely.
The territory is out of contact. That's everyone. Grenadiers ready. Medical supplies are ready to arrive by air.
Grenadiers and the sector there, the cutoff sector does get it decaptured. LMG far away, hitting the captain who's not behind heavy cover, focusing down the flamethrower is probably a good idea since it's open ground. And now we got the Grenadier squad falling on back. We'll take some damage there. Got another Grenadier picking away against the Assault Engineers. Grenadiers here, engaged by 2. They're a little bit stacked up. Maybe a grenade could be useful. The MG42 is sitting up right here. Or MG34, my apologies. Offers the same, roughly the same suppression rate, but does get flanked there. Mortar smoke running on in. MG backing on off. Not fully reinforced Grenadier. Now it's fully reinforced Grenadier there. Pioneers stick around that sector captured on up. The Grenadiers pushing forward, getting some damage on that Assault Engineer. Over here, got the fuel sector being captured up by the Luftwaffe officer. Does have the ambulance now pulled on the field, getting healed up quite nicely on the front line. The Luftwaffe ground, or the Luftwaffe supply doctrine player does on the field to advance the next battle phase, needs some more manpower. The Panzer IV seemed quite nice to me. That US mortar's been constantly firing. Got veteran C1 right now. Only one kill at the moment, going for a smoke barrage now. He's doing quite good on queuing up those barrages. MG34 backs up the wrong moment. Would have been at a good spot there. Grenadiers now engaging rear echelon to fall back. Putting behind that tree stump there, a little bit open ground. We have now on me activated from the captain. He will get suppressed there. Captain will flank the MG. Pioneer's trying to protect the flank. We'll have a bit of trouble there, but if he runs past, Pioneer can get some free damage. Does get that guy actually suppressed there. He outside the arc now. Rocket grenade fires, but those roll and miss. Got Grenadiers and the officer now pushing forward. MG42 or 34 needs to fall on the back. Now take some mortar hits there. That squad does fall back there. Captain pushing forward, gets some good damage there onto the MG. Mortar set up here. Could get overran, a little bit exposed. Putting behind the side line wouldn't be half bad. Does spot the mortar there. Grenadiers gonna be firing away from the VP. He can push forward the officer, try to decrew it. Officer does avoid that shot there. You know how the Grenadiers are now engaging the captain. More medical supplies being dropped on in. Major does fall back there. MT-34 not fully healed at the moment.
It can now paradrop medical supplies. Our opponents are seizing a sector.
Grenadiers now taking some damage there. Grenadiers do fall back there. This Grenadier's taking a lot of fire, getting triple team. Officers all by him to load some. He is veteran C1, but needs more missions for the strafing run. Does take minimal damage upon retreat. Doing AoE damage, so one set of medical supplies can do some good work. Over the engineer slowly being bled on down. We do now have Battle Phase 2 research. Needs the structure out to get out Panzer IV. And Pioneer recruit MT-34 will get burned a little bit, but he's nice and spread out, so taking minimal AoE damage. Got this. Assault engineers on the flank, but he will get gunned down by all the LMGs. And thanks to the nearby medical supplies that he recently picked on up, they do fight a bit more effectively. It's actually probably one of the few maps where this ability can be a bit more effective, since there is a short distance between here and into the action. Oh. And finds a landmine there. A short distance allows the medical supplies extra effects to actually be useful. If I was to bust this ability anyway, I would probably make it drop his munitions cost and make it so it only drops one medical supplies there, so it can be deployed on the field and not worry about it being scavenged by your opponent. More resources or weapons being dropped on in. Another Pack 41 herd. He has not recruited the other Pack 40 just yet because he doesn't need the AT. But now we've got a Sherman 105 now pulled in the field. We will need the Pack 40s very soon. German tank heading up. Got some multiple assault engineers here. Grenadiers and officer does fall back there. MG42 will probably get forced back as well. Pack 41 has been recruited, probably by the Pioneer. And everything else just needs to fall back. He doesn't have anything to really gauge the Sherman 105, and it is a 105, so it can do some good work. Pack 40 sitting on up. Maybe going a little bit too far forward. Gets a shot off there. No Panzer in the region. Not sure what that was. Wasn't paying attention. Does use some medical supplies there, and so the Pack 40 took a nice hit there, but will get healed on up once it gets out of combat. Yeah, it's rapidly healing up now, so that was a great time to pick up medical supplies. The Sherman tank does back on off there, going for more landmines. Very nice. You don't really see those landmines all too often for the US player. The soldiers just can't deploy them out. Did see some of them being built, so hopefully goes for a minesweeper. Pioneer's not fully reinforced, nor be upgraded for minesweeper. Pack 40 may find with those landmines. Pack 40 took some damage, backing on off now. Flame Engineers pushing forward, get some damage to the Grenadiers. I got these Captain taking some damage there as well. As these LMGs start coming online, the Assault Engineers are going to have a lot less room to maneuver. After all, they basically have to charge forward. Ooh, great landmine there. He's going to have to charge his way forward into LMG fire. It's not great. He doesn't really have a standard frontline infantry unit to brawl with, so he has to charge forward, and there's not enough cover on the field to ambush with. There's some, but not enough for all of them. Ambulance now deployed back here, getting some good healing. Another round of medical supplies is being deployed on the field. He's basically have no medical supplies or munitions for the incendiary bomber run, let alone for the heavy bomber run.
A capture point is under attack. Krauts have cut our supply line. Frontline units are being hung out to dry.
Captain pushes way forward.
Weapon rack is now accessible.
Mortar does interrupt the capture there. 1 of 5 Sherman has been repaired, but now there's 2 pack holdings in the field. And all of his grenadiers are now Veterancy 3. All the assault engineers are Veterancy 3 as well, barring 1. So got a really good veterancy rate. MG34 firing away. Got grenadiers moving around, trying to keep their distance. Also now Veterancy 3 as well. So it does get access to the increased inspirability. Also push way forward, engaging this squad at very close range. Maybe a good idea using fire inspirability for his grenadiers. By the way, this squad does get pinned down. This grenadiers may fall back. This one does not advance way forward. Rocket grenade was actually fired there. And now got the officer trying to overrun the mortar, and looks like he will be successful. Good shot there. Good pack 40 hits there. Does take a pretty good hit there. Pack 40 does get another hit, and Sherman tank will get on out of there. MG34 capture the VP. Right now the VPs are in favor of the US player. But either way, both players are sniffing on VPs at the moment. Grenadiers do find the Major and does force him back. Captain charges way forward. And now the Sherman is getting repaired on up.
A capture point is being overrun.
Major falls back. Grenadiers kept on the flank. Very nice. He does have a good defensive line of MG34s and Pack 40s, so it'll be hard for these units pushing forward. You may need to get in the grenade research so the captain and the major can fire off smoke rifle grenades. You can always use the Sherman tank smoke stream ability. And a splash there. Grenadiers do capture the VP. They need to fall back now. There's a hedge line there. Don't think you shoot through that little can brush there. Officer and push way forward. MG34 has to suppress down that one squad, and that also does take a nice mortar hit there. Now a good 105 hit as well. Multiple assault engineers getting pinned down as the squads are pushed way forward. Sherman tank skirmishing around does take a packet shot there. Takes a bit more splash there as well. It does send another round into Sherman. And this also one does flank the defensive pioneer models, or actually getting some damage there. Keep that MG in the front line. And now that MG does need to fall back. Another Sherman shot there. Does take a good hit, and now the captain's falling back. Pack 40 rolls a miss.
Under attack.
Oh, we got a Scott now point of view. He's trying to look for indirect fire support to gauge those weapons. And the Valkyrie is not to put out anything just yet. He has actually gotten the heavy panzer point of view. Maybe a Brumbar could be very useful. He sees a Scott. He sees the Sherman 105. Does not see any sort of adequate AT. A Brumbar seems pretty good to me. Taking some good hits there. Oh, it's got major artillery there as well. The pack gun itself may goes down.
We're losing a capture point.
Good hit there. These forces now push way forward. Scott firing away, hitting that pack gun. I think he's trying to destroy the gun. Gets the gun. Oh, that Grenadier needs to fall back. Way too many men there.
Sector.
We've got now some Scott smoke there, very nice. Grenadiers before, suppressing down these assault engineers. Does see some good hits there. He almost has no conditions for the siege barrage. Good rifle grenade there, force back all the assault engineers. Grenadier push way forward, and Pack 40 does roll and miss there, force fire on the ground. And now do have now the 105 back ground there. Oh, no, yeah, I forgot they have that a barrage ability. Great hit there on the 3 guys.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points. Area is out. Listen up, fellas.
Grenadiers move around. MG falling back, maybe there's a bit of light cover there. Over here, we do now have the Grenadiers taking some damage from the Scott. So no med bunker there. We do now have a Panther being put on the field. I disagree with that. I believe a Brumbar, especially when we see now another Scott on the field. But that's with Castle Vision. I think Brumbar would be better. But the Panther will provide his mobile AT to put a hard counter to all the vehicles on the field. He has no, the US has no AT other than a pair of bazookas. So the Panther could wipe out everything, just gotta be careful not hit a landmine. The grass could bring some strafing run right here. Great hit there under the officer. Also needs to fall on back. Pack 40 does get a good hit there, as well as the Panther. Officer will fall back. Officer will escape on out there. Does get a nice stun shot there from the Pack 40. He does abandon the Sherman tank. Maybe good deal to actually focus it down. He's eyeing for the Scots. Does get recruited. Nice little juke there. Finds the ambulance. That's probably a very good thing to hit. A Sentry bombing run there. Not too effective, but gains some decent damage on the shooting back units. In actuality, those guys are going to remain wounded until they get reinforced. He took up the ambulance, so now lingering damage can be very effective against this force. It will ruin his next engagement. Another ambulance on the build queue. They only took out the ambulance there, did not take out the Sherman tank nor the Scots. And now the Pioneers will have a lot of work in front of him to repair the Panther. He does have 200 fuel, so Brumbar is still a possibility. This bulletin's not going to be useful. He doesn't have Panzer IVs. Increased accuracy is always nice to have. Some AT gun pen always never hurts. At least not him. And his opponent just has a veterancy on his rifleman, which does not have the field. Not veterancy. All bulletins only affect the riflemen. Nothing to affect the assault engineers. Gone a little bit quiet on the field. We do have all the vehicles now recrewed.
The capture point is under attack. just got cut off.
Assault engineers moving forward. We'll find a grenadier. Does flinch him a little bit. Our grenadiers engaging multiple squads there. This grenadier will need to fall back relatively soon, getting overrun. This one does take quite a bit of damage there, but no losses. Scott firing away against the grenadier, does get some damage, does need to fall back, does fall back. Sherman tank advancing. Looks like the Major actually has a pair of bazookas as well. Not sure how long he has that. Grenadiers force back the rear echelon. Less AT now in the region. And almost the mortar will get decrewed. Probably best not need to recrew that up. Its usefulness after the long has expired. Like them.
Just got wiped out. We're losing a capture point. Hit him with the coax.
Got a nice 105 hit there. Now Vector 3 finds an anti-tank gun shot or Panther shot. And now I do also have now another incendiary barrage.
Light vehicle just got destroyed.
Another ambulance has gone down. Panther's backing on off. Incendiary barrage just wards away his opponent. One of the rounds may have landed there actually, and now the rear echelon's getting torched. So one of the rounds were scattered pretty wide. Destroys the mortar too. I think it would have been better to keep that alive to tempt his opponent to actually recruit. I don't think it's useful anymore. Now all of his vehicles getting repaired on up. Major trying to recapture the cutoff sector, and got Grenadiers now kept along the flank. The munitions sector and the VP.
Ambulance ready for action.
Panther now makes his way down south. Grenadiers now firing away. We've got these Grenadiers pushing forward. There's some damage onto the Assault Engineers. We do actually have some bazookas being mixed on in, so he's gone for both bazookas and flamethrowers. Does drop a bazooka there.
We just lost a unit.
Grenadiers do wipe out that one squad there. Scots fire away, forcing both of them back. Over here, Grenadiers. MC-34 push forward. Does take a Pack 40 hit there as well. Good to down to the Sherman. And the push way forward has little to fear. Nothing to really hard counter him, just some soft counters. But it does take a nice volley there, so he does need to fall back, get some repairs. MC-34 maybe a little too far forward. Will get barraged down by Scott, does fully retreat. We do have an ambulance here. Now get these forces moving there around. We'll start burning down the Grenadier. Grenadier taking some good damage, does fall back. Doesn't drop any models there, so he will get healed on up. No manpower bleed for the Wehrmacht player. Some manpower bleed for the US player. Right now, the US player has plenty of anti-infantry, needs some more anti-vehicle. A single Jackson probably be enough. Sherman tank does take some hits there. After firing away, no additional vehicles for either side. US player has 125 fuel, which is now enough for the M10. Not for Jackson, that's 145. Also takes some rounds there. Major getting hit by these Grenadiers. Pioneers backing off, trying to repair up the Panther. Panther pushing forward once again, trying to get some hits. Does get some more bazooka hits there. Does roll a miss there with the pack gun. All those forces now falling back. Does wipe out the rear echelon, which does get some more bazookas. Giving the Panther more breathing room. And these Grenadiers are putting some more breathing holes on these engineers. Scots and Sherman tank advancing on around, needs some repairs. You can also use these re-echelon engineers for repairs as well to just get them going. Oh, he had another re-echelon on the field? Oh, he must have had a second one on the field. I didn't realize it. Second Panther being put on the field? I don't think that's necessary. Overkill and anti-tank. I think burn bars would be better. It can put holes in various vehicles as well as able to really hit the engineers. If he starts bleeding off infantry squads, he's dead. He's out of the game. We do not have enough fuel and manpower for Jackson. He's got Jackson out in the field, the US player. Got a bit of splash damage there. And the pack gun's getting hit quite hard. Here's one thing as well, you can counter out your opponent's vehicles by specifically targeting your opponent's infantry. Because infantry can only use... If your opponent goes for too much in vehicles, they have trouble recapturing all the sectors, and they will start losing the game because simply they can't capture sectors. So it is actually not a half bad idea just to focus on killing out your opponent's infantry. Panther taking some severe damage there. Will manage to blitz away, and will need some repairs. As I'm trying to continue with all of that thought, after all, say the opponent has a Panther. Once it does its job in killing opponent's vehicles, once it's fully dead, it doesn't provide too much anti-infantry support. You can upgrade them pintle mounts, but they will provide some anti-infantry support, not a massive amount. Mostly my sort of playstyle boils down to how well can I counter my opponent's assets, which are both infantry and the vehicle. Very small number of anti-vehicle assets you really need, and if you just kill off your opponent's infantry, you're more focused on killing off your opponent's infantry. Like I said, they can't capture up anything. And then there's no infantry to support the vehicles, and they become easy pickings for your anti-vehicle assets. But that's just more my playstyle. Also, the burn bar is one of my favorite vehicles in the game.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Either way, with both Panthers on the field, this will greatly be effective against his opponent's vehicles, and should be able to, if he's able to destroy them, then he can have focus on his infantry and infantry support. This player only has one Jackson in the field. He could try saving for a second one. Sherman tank takes some hits there. Jackson is going to go to get the Panther. He's focused on the Jackson first. That poses a threat to the Panthers. Once the Panthers have no threat to their lines. Oh, we got a rifle squad in the field just for the anti-tank rifle grenades. Does take out one of the Scots there. Grenadiers are falling back. Taking some severe damage here. MT-34 to cover the retreat. It also uses severe rounds. I'm not a big fan of the ability. It does help, but does lose the Panther there.
We have lost a Panzer.
I mostly use that ability just to hit vehicles. Usually if it's using hit infantry, the reload time is something I don't really like to tolerate. Grenadiers do take some good damage there. Grenadiers after the VP. VP's been captured. Those is Grenadier, but now it's triple capture against the US player who's running very low on VPs. And he's actually running very low on infantry. This is more or less the effect of him having trouble now capturing the sectors due to the lack of infantry. Even though he didn't really focus them down, he just hadn't played out a good composition against the engineers. LMG Grenadiers. Panther does get hit there. Officer does fall back, take a nice hit there. Panther does fire, damaging the engine of that Sherman. Panther blitzing out of there. Grenadiers falling back slow. MG-34 to hit engineers. Gains good damage on the building. Now we've got these forces being suppressed. Grenadiers not pushing forward. Does roll a missile to Jackson. Does get Panzerfaust off. This VP does get neutralized. Grenadiers and Pioneers forward. He does have second Pioneers now on the field. Secondary is Scott now on the field, being on the build cube. The Grenadiers who will recapture that VP. The Rifleman squad will capture this one. MG34 is being pushed away forward. They maybe A moved forward by accident. I'm not sure why they're right there, but he will be barraged. Does fall back with one. The other one's just trying to soft retreat away. Does forward some shots there. Pack forward sending him up. Gets good hit there on the Sherman tank. And now got some Scott smoke on the field as well.
Our territory.
Assault engineers take some hits. We now got the officer taking hits as well. We also got the officer artillery being used on the MG. Also does get the point decaptured, does fall back there. Grenadiers push way forward, forcing back the engineers. US plays on 24 BPs, does have double capture against him. Major's not on the point. They have more smoke there. Grenadiers engaged in the rear echelon. He does stop this one from being captured, but can't really much from being captured. Single capture against the US player. Panther moves his way forward, moves his way backwards. Does take some hits there. Grenadier and Major does fall back. Now there's double capture against the US player. So you start rapidly bleeding out tickets. Gets a good hit there onto the 105. He can't dismount there, plus the capture would be denied. And the US player has run on VPs. This anchor is saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.